Hey everyone, hello my beloveds, and welcome to this week's episode of Real Talk Wednesday with Dr. Elizabeth. So today we're going to talk about how to create a healthy, happy, and fulfilling life, and how to have a safe and sustainable plant-based lifestyle. In light of all the things going on in our vegan community, and in light of the video that I posted and the incredible response I got through questions and comments just about what's going on within our vegan and plant-based community, I wanted to have a video today that really outlines and giving you tips on really how to have a plant-based lifestyle that's not only sustainable, but that is safe. So let me go ahead and start with a little bit about my own story and my own journey. So unlike many of my colleagues who come to a plant-based life and lifestyle because they were facing disease, for me, this was not the case at all. My entire life, I've been absolutely fascinated and passionate about the possibility of living our optimum health and also creating the absolute ultimate physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. So because of that, I started meditating when I was very, very young, like just a couple years old. I started eating healthy when I was only 8 years old. You can't even imagine my classmates, how they teased me. You can imagine I'm in grade school and junior high. I'm the only kid who's not eating pizza or french fries or chocolate milkshakes or hamburgers or things like that. I just saw already how unhealthy that was for my body. I intuitively came into this lifetime equipped with this knowledge about fitness, health, well-being, eating healthy, and spirituality. And so because of that, I was absolutely fascinated by that. So I literally used my body like an experimental laboratory to test what foods were the healthiest, what made me feel the best, what gave me the most energy. And I did this on a level of body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. And I won't go into all of that right now because it's a lot, but I dive into all of this and all these concepts and outlining all of this in great depth in my book, Skinny Dipping and the Fountain of Youth. So now, let's go back to my journey. On top of everything else, I was also incredibly athletic, and I was also a performer. And so for me, the hardest thing for me to rectify with looking at a plant-based diet and lifestyle was how could I have enough stamina, strength, and energy? Because at the time I was doing dance performances and I literally would have rehearsals for, sometimes 4, 5, 6 hours. And I didn't know how I would have enough energy and stamina to do my profession at the time, which was professional dancer and professional skater. And then I was fortunate enough to meet some people from the plant-based community. I was blown away at their vitality, their vibrancy, their youthfulness, and their energy levels. And also just the essence of spirituality, intuition, and awareness, which I always had since I was little. So I was like, okay, these people are really glowing and they're really awake, alive, and aware. I'm going to investigate. So I had a very, very dear friend of mine who was already in his 70s. He had the energy and enthusiasm for life of a teenager. He was amazing. And so when he saw me getting into this kind of lifestyle, he said, you come with me, I'm going to mentor you. He took me to every obscure health food store, every place that was, like just the ultimate of what you would need to know if you're going to embark on a plant-based lifestyle. So, which was absolutely amazing. This gentleman was, obviously in his 70s already and had been living a whole lifetime of making these healthy choices and really living a healthy, vibrant life. So I soaked up like a sponge every piece of information that he gave me. I mean, he's the one that introduced me to chlorella and spirulina and all the sea mosses and all these ways we can get the vital nutrients and enzymes and everything that we need if we're not going to eat a regular diet. So then the next thing I decided to do, probably most likely because I do have a medical background myself, I went to my doctor and I said, okay, this is what I want to do. I want you to do all the blood work on me. Let's look and see where my levels are, and let's look and see where everything is now, and let's keep track of it. So every year since I've been doing this healthy lifestyle, I go to the doctor, I have them check all of my vitamin, mineral, and all of my nutrient levels everything is checked to make sure that I'm on course, to make sure I'm at my optimum health, because that's important to me. And of course, once I dove deeper into it, I realized not only is this amazing for my own health, but this is incredible for our animal brothers and sisters and for the well-being of the planet. So for me, all the way around, it was just an absolute no-brainer. So that's my story, and I share that with you because it's pretty unique compared to most people's journey to a plant-based lifestyle. So now, my beloveds, let's talk about you. The first thing I want you to understand is that it's so important, every single choice that you make. And it's so important to be responsible about those choices. In my book, the very first chapter is choice. In my program, the first thing I talk about is choice. The reason being is that, like I say all the time in my YouTube videos, every moment we're at 0 point. Infinite possibilities for our life and what we can choose. What we choose is vitally important, because that one choice in how we nourish ourselves, that one choice to live a plant-based lifestyle, that one choice to go this way instead of this way leads us on a trajectory in a certain direction, which will impact the rest of our hour, the rest of our day, the rest of our month, and inevitably the rest of our life. So it's vitally important, the choices that we make. I want you guys to understand something, just so that you know who's talking to you here. I don't smoke, never smoked. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink coffee. I don't take any over-the-counter medicines at all, not even Motrin or Aspen. I'm not taking any medications. I don't do any drugs. I meditate every day. I exercise every single day. I do things for my heart, soul, and spirit that enhance them. I have a beautiful spiritual practice. And the reason I tell you guys this is because those choices are holistically, in my entire healthy lifestyle, what impact and ultimately give me the optimum health and well-being that I'm searching for. So the first thing I'm going to invite all of you to do is, if you're not practicing those things right now, let's say maybe right now you are drinking, or you are smoking, or you are, maybe you're not exercising, you're not meditating, you're not having a spiritual practice, you're not opening up your heart to giving and receiving love. I invite you, my beloveds, just this week, you can just try it for one day. Try taking on one of those practices that I talk about. Maybe just stop smoking if you're smoking. Maybe just stop drinking if you're drinking alcohol. Maybe just start exercising if that's not what you're doing. And maybe you're like, Dr. Elizabeth, are you kidding me? I'm well past that. I'm already super, super healthy. So if that's the case, then for you, I have another couple of tips that you can do to take your health and well-being to the next level. And all of you, no matter where you're at, can apply these. Now, my beloveds, these are going to sound so simple. So easy. You're going to be like, are you kidding me, Dr. Elizabeth? Really? But I'm telling you, I've coached people all over the world. This is the first thing I start with because it works. And my beloveds, if it works, let's do it, right? Number one, come to the table when you're eating. Anytime you make a decision to nourish your body, come to the table consciously and with a great awareness. Take a breath before you sit down and eat. If you're out with your friends, I've seen people do this so many times. They put a plate of food and everybody's laughing and they're eating and they're drinking, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you're like, oh my God, I ate that whole bag of chips, or I ate that whole plate of whatever. If you're conscious before you put something in your mouth, you're going to be much more aware of what you're nourishing your body with and how much you're nourishing your body. Next, take a moment, slow down, and actually chew your food. I don't need to go into the whole digestive process of it, but when you chew your food, instead of just scooping it in and letting it go down whole, your whole entire digestive process will be so much more efficient. You will absorb nutrients so much more easily, and you will be eating more consciously. Last, but absolutely positively not least, is stop before you're full. My beloveds, if you just do this and nothing else, I swear to God, you will just exponentially change your health and well-being. It's the biggest secret I can possibly give you. So take on those practices. I'm going to leave you with just one last thing. I'm going to dive deeper into this in upcoming episodes. But I want you just to begin to think about taking out the idea of perfectionism in our eating. I see this all the time with my clients. I see this with the people I work with. I see this on comments on YouTube and other social media platforms. There's this idea and concept about perfectionism in eating. It leads to body dysmorphia. It leads to eating disorders. And it doesn't serve us. Take out that harshness. I know some people, they've been living an unhealthy lifestyle. They've been eating very, very unhealthy foods. And I understand people get excited about it and they come to this lifestyle, they feel so good and they get, so enthusiastic about it. But this is not a race. I want you to move forward, as much as possible in a healthy lifestyle practice. But we need to take the harshness towards ourselves and towards others out of just the experience and the practice of eating. If we can do this, we will get so much further in reaching our goals. I promise you. For this point, I'm talking to everybody, but I'm specifically talking about people who may be dealing with body dysmorphia, eating disorders, and food addictions. So, just right now, my beloveds, I'm planting the seeds. So you can go, let me just sit with this. Let me just digest this. Go back and watch this video. This video is packed with information. Go back, watch it, study it, evaluate where you are in the process, and begin to take on practicing these tips, tools, techniques that I am suggesting for you because they really, really, really work. All right, my beloved. So just so you know, we're literally dipping our big toe into the water. This is a very, very large conversation, and one that I have when I'm working with my private clients, which I work with people from all around the world. If you want more support with this, I'm going to be launching my 12-week healthy lifestyle program. It's called Life Masterclass, Journey to the Ultimate You. If you're interested or even remotely interested, I'm going to put the email down here. Feel free to email and I can send you guys information on it. In the program, we're going to dive much deeper into these concepts because now we have 12 weeks. You have an extended period of time with me. I'll be on the calls with everybody so you can bring your questions, and it's going to be it's a space for us to dive deeper. We'll have more time to really go into this to help you really achieve the goals that you want to achieve so that you can have a healthy, happy, and fulfilling life and a safe and sustainable plant-based lifestyle. And my beloveds, even if you're not there with plant-based, all these things that I mentioned today apply to you as well. This is not an exclusive community in any way, shape, or form. I welcome everybody here with open arms and a massively open heart. All right, so I think that's it, my beloveds. If you have any questions, you know the drill. Message me below. Head on over to my Instagram. I'm over there. I do stories every single day. I often do ask me questions over there, and I also do posts every day. So it's another great place for you guys to check me out. And also, if you're interested, you can head on over to my Patreon page because I do podcasts over there. So the conversations we're having here, I dive just a little bit deeper. You have a little more time with me, and we just take all this material, and really flush it out just a little bit more. All right, my beloveds, I think that's it for today. You guys know I love you. I love you to infinity and back. I appreciate you so much. I know you have a choice. Your time is precious. You could spend it anywhere, and I'm just overjoyed and honored and delighted that you choose to spend it here with our beautiful community. And remember, my beloveds, until next time, you can do this. I promise you, you can do this, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Ciao.